People in the United States spend about $1.2 billion with a B every year for fish oil pills. And of the 10% of the Americans who do take them, 90% of people do so without a recommendation from their doctor. That's a lot of people taking stuff that they probably don't need. But what's the science on fish oil? Is fish oil generally good for our health? Well, we did our research, and let's just say there's something fishy going on here. Such a bad pun. Okay, so in the 1970s, a major study showed a correlation between fish oil and good heart health. Danish researchers took blood samples from 130 Greenlandic Inuits, whose diet almost entirely consisted of whale blubber and fish, and it was discovered that their heart health was top-notch. The two researchers formally hypothesized that the low levels of heart disease among the Inuits was caused by the omega-3s in their fishy diets. This research was tested in a 1989 study in The Lancet. The test, often referred to as the DART study, studied Welsh men who had suffered a heart attack and found that those who ate more oily fish were less likely to die. So then everyone knew that fish oil was good for your heart. And given that heart disease is the #1 killer in America, everyone wanted some fish oil. Even if they didn't have heart problems. I mean, you may as well take it and be healthy, right? So the 1990s began a gold rush for the fish oil supplement industry as pharmaceutical and supplement companies cashed in big time. Between 2007 and 2012, sales from fish oil and omega-3 fatty acid supplements in the United States increased steadily from about $500 million to over $1 billion. Ka-ching! However, between the years of 2005 and 2012, the exact same time that the industry was booming, 24 large-scale studies were done on fish oil, and somehow only 2 of those 24 studies found a tangible impact on heart health. The remaining 22, they discredited fish oil. What the? Alright, so let's take a step back. Fish oil supplements are indeed rich in omega-3 fatty acids, stuff that the Inuit diet researchers thought made their subjects so healthy. But that was just a hypothesis, and while the DART study of the Welsh men looked promising, there was also some issues with that study, and it certainly wasn't conclusive. In science, a consensus of experiments is what gives weight to a hypothesis. And with fish oil, the strongest evidence suggests that, at best, the effects of fish oil are negligible, and definitely nowhere near as good as the modern FDA-approved heart medication that's available. Yet the fish oil industry has done nothing but gain momentum, and it's gaining momentum every year. What we know for certain is that dietary supplement companies definitely want us to think that fish oil is good for our hearts, but they seem to be the only ones who are totally sure about its benefits. So if the medical evidence is not in, then why do we all think that fish oil is so awesome? One huge reason is the media. A positive article,
chocolate cures cancer?
sells way more copies than a negative article.
Chocolate makes you fat.
So it's probably no surprise that even though 92% of major fish oil studies don't show any positive health benefits, the media coverage of fish oil is mostly positive and enthusiastic. Thanks for nothing, media. Fish oil is also kind of seen as an insurance policy. I mean, I don't know if it works, but it can't hurt, so I may as well take it, right? So what do you guys think about fish oil? Do you own some pills yourself? Or do you feel like you've been misled by their health benefits? Let us know your fishy thoughts in the comments below.
Hi everyone, I'm Jade Lovell, resident science nerd on the Young Turks Network. You're watching ScIQ and we know you don't want to miss an episode, so please click the subscribe button down below.